Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is my unboxing video of the Oracle of the Essences. This is its second edition, and this deck was created by Monica, the Enchantress, from theenchantress.com. So, this is what the box looks like. This is a really nice, sturdy box. And let's have a look here inside. So this is what the card backs look like, really pretty. And inside the box there is a booklet on this deck. So these are the backs, and the finish, the cardstock is kind of like a matte finish, which is actually my favorite finish for cards. And the edges are like almost like a rose gold, like a really beautiful gold, but not like ridiculously sparkly or shiny. It's like a what do you call that? It's a little more muted, which is nice. It has more of a classy look. All right, so here is the booklet. It's illustrated. I haven't actually looked through the booklet yet, but it looks like it's got lots of good info about each card, so that's cool. Okay, so let's have a look through this deck. So right away, I just love the colorfulness of these cards. And right away I can tell I'm going to love this style of art as well. So each card is a different essence, different plant. So here we have cedarwood, optimism, connection, cilantro. Oh, I like this one. Reminds me of Hawaii. So I'm just going to slowly go through the deck to let you get kind of a sense of these cards. So I have yet to do a reading with this deck because this is just my unboxing video. Now I will I'll be honest, I did peek at these cards before this unboxing video, so this technically isn't the very first time I've seen these cards. So I did have a peek through them right before the video, and I was so excited going through this deck. I just love the style of art. I love the texture of the cards. I like the colors. I think it's cool how Monica has integrated plants into the cards. This is kind of like the Tower, Cypress, adaptability, impeccability. And I can definitely see in a lot of these cards like how they sort of parallel to some of the tarot cards. I'm going to use this deck in my weekly reading video this week, so we'll see how it reads, but I think I might do a read right at the end of this video. I have a feeling this is going to be an easy deck to work with, and I feel like I have a really big selection of essential oils, and whenever I'm running myself a bath, I can never decide which essential oil to use, so I could use this deck to choose. Oh, this one's really pretty. Wow. I have to admit, like, I see a lot of tarot decks and oracle decks, and every now and then I see a deck that I just like really click with, and that was the experience for me when I first looked through this deck. I was like, oh yeah, this is a deck I'm going to be using a lot. And I think that this deck, especially if you work with plants and if you know a little bit about essences and aromatherapy and stuff like that, you're going to love this deck, and you're going to be able to, I think, read it better if you have a bit of knowledge of the plants. I have a little bit of knowledge, not a ton. Oh, I like this one, lavender. Lemon myrtle. Lemongrass. I love putting lemongrass in my bath. Lemongrass oil. This feels like a really happy deck, but it also feels like a deck that I could go deep with as well and do some deeper readings. We'll give this deck a test drive right when I'm done. As soon as I'm done going through the deck, I'm going to shuffle the cards and draw a card for us. Patchouli. I love making soap, and I always make a batch of patchouli soap every year. And actually, I also made peppermint soap as well. That reminds me, my soap is finally done curing. That's like the hardest part of soap making, is like waiting for it to cure. Pink pepper. I remember when I went to Europe for the first time, there was like pink peppercorns in all the salads, and it was something I'd never seen before. That's a beautiful lime. I love this deck so much, and you know what I love the most about it? I love the artwork and everything, but I actually really like the feel of the cards. I think that's important in a deck, actually, is how the cards actually feel, and these feel divine. I love it. So if you're interested in finding out more about this deck or purchasing it, I will put the link to where you can purchase it, and Monica's website in the description box below this video. Yarrow. I have yarrow growing in my garden right now. This one reminds me of the devil in the tarot. Black pepper. Okay, so we're back at the beginning. So let's give this deck a shuffle. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card for us. In fact, I think I'm going to draw two cards for us. So I'm going to ask the question, what do we need to focus on right now? Or no, you know what? I'm going to ask a different question. I'm going to ask, what kind of a deck is this deck? What kind of readings is this deck best for? Okay, so we got Mandarin. The keywords here are cherish and innocence. Huh, this is interesting. I almost feel like this deck, even though I feel like this deck has the potential to go really deep, I feel like ultimately it's a very uplifting deck, and there is kind of an innocent, like a really uplifting, light, positive quality to these cards. And so I feel like any reading that you do with this deck is going to help you bring more lightness, more innocence, and more appreciation for life when you do readings with this deck. I feel like any kind of advice or wisdom that this deck gives you is really sort of pointing you in the direction of bringing more lightness and happiness and innocence into your life. So let's do another card. This time I'm going to ask, what do we need to know, understand, or focus on right now? And obviously, this is just a really general kind of reading. Ooh, this is such a beautiful card. Oh my God, Rose, unconditional love. So this is really what we need to be focusing on, is unconditional love. And this is an interesting card to contemplate because strangely enough, I'm seeing like phallic symbolism here with like the two roses and then this thing. maybe I just have a really filthy mind. I don't know. Forget I said that. So Rose, unconditional love. What does unconditional love mean to you? And how can you practice unconditional love on yourself? How can you accept yourself unconditionally? Like, what does that look like to you? If you were able to give yourself unconditional love and acceptance, what would be different? What would you do differently? What would that look like for you? And I think unconditional love is not about loving someone no matter what. It's not about letting someone treat you poorly or anything like that. I think it's quite the opposite. But I think this is an interesting thing for us to just sort of sit with and contemplate. What does unconditional love mean? What does it look like? And how can we bring more of that into our lives and into our relationships? Okay, so that has been the Oracle of the Essences. And this deck is by Monica, the Enchantress. Oops, I just dropped some things here. And I'm going to put the link to where you can find out more about this deck, where you can purchase, in the description box below this video. And if you enjoyed this video, I do unboxing videos all the time. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can also check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.